Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, please sit down and fill your hand and look forward. As you know, we are a blessed class, and we are a blessed class because we have the honor of this fine person here, this lawyer and scientist and scholar, all in that order, coming to visit us basically first, essentially first, we'll say first. Ladies and gentlemen, 82, everyone, please give a round of applause for President Eisgruber, president of the greatest university on this planet.
All right, thank you. That was great. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you for coming back. 82, it's great to see you, great to have you back on campus, great to have you at reunions in person. You're all looking reasonably dry, which is good given that downpour we had. I kind of thought when we changed the academic calendar a bit and moved the reunions a little earlier, we would escape some of that traditional summer weather, but instead we've got a downpour today, and then we've got 95 degrees tomorrow, so hopefully you're ready to be cool in the P-Raid. But it's great to have you back on the campus and wonderful to be able to be together with my honorary classmates here in 82. Thank you for accepting me into your number. I've got a couple of my classmates from 83 here giving me flack for wearing your jacket. I will tell you, I came down early in the morning here to sign in as one of the members of the satellite classes and had an opportunity to greet a couple of the early arrivals. I do want to take a moment here to introduce my traveling companions for this evening. So I'm going to start with the president of your Alumni Association, chair of the Alumni Council, Mary Newbern of the great class of 97. Mary is celebrating her 25th reunion. Hopefully, Mary, we get you to the 25th before the evening is through. She is joined right now by her vice chair in both of those roles, Monica Moore Thompson of the great class of 89. They are doing terrific work as the heads of your Alumni Association. Also with me is our Deputy Vice President for Alumni Affairs, Alex Day of the great class of 2002. And Executive Director for Alumni Engagement, carrying lots of bags and things so she can barely wave. There we go, Jen Caputo. And I wanna ask you, with regard to Alex and Jen and their colleagues in particular, earlier this year, done around about January, I started saying the question is not whether we are going to have in-person reunions. The question is how we're going to have in-person reunions, because we are having them. And that was easy for me to say, and the work had to get done by people like Alex and Jen and lots of the other people that you find staffing these reunion tents. So please say thank you to the two of them, and please say thank you to all the people that you meet, because it's been a heck of an effort to put this together, but it is so fabulous to have you back here right now. I want to say a couple of the things about what you'll find around the campus as you're walking around. I'm sure you've discovered this already. It's always a little complicated to navigate during reunions. It's even more complicated right now because not only do we have the fences for the reunion tents and we have a few extras on the campus, but we also have some of the fences around our construction projects. So normally if you're trying to figure the shortest route between point A and point B, you'll run into a fence. But I apologize for that. But on the other hand, I think you'll agree with me that those projects are some of the things that are going to transform the lives for a lot of students who are going to come looking for the kinds of experiences that bring us back year after year. I'm particularly pleased about these two new residential colleges down at the end of Poe Field that we are opening up. We are going to cut the ribbons on those in August, and that is super important because it means we can say yes to more of the talented applicants to Princeton University. It means 125 more kids a year who are able to come to Princeton and have the experiences like the ones we had. It means we can continue to take the children of Princeton families and also take students from backgrounds we haven't been taking students from. So more students from low-income backgrounds, more students who are first in their families to attend college. We have a transfer program now that brings community college transfers and military veterans to our campus. And these are adding new kinds of commitment to service and new kinds of diversity. If you head up Elm Drive, you'll hit where the art museum used to be, a bunch of fences around a giant hole. That's going to be our new art museum, designed by Sir David Adjaye, who is the architect for the Museum of African American History in Washington. He is doing a spectacular design. Next time you're back here for a major reunion, one of the things you'll be able to do is to enjoy that art museum. And then, because a great liberal arts university in the 21st century must have a fantastic engineering school, we are rebuilding much of the engineering school just north of the football stadium. I think this applause here is coming from people who are trekking out to the E-Quad as students. So it's going to be closer, it's going to be nicer, and thank you for putting up with the construction right now. And thank you also for all the ways you've led as alumni at Princeton. As we've supported our students over the last couple of years, one of the things that has really made that possible is the encouragement, the spirit, and the support of Tiger Nation out there and our alumni network. It has been so meaningful to me and to my colleagues to know that we had your support as we made these difficult decisions and did the things necessary to keep our campus safe and keep our students learning and persisting. Thank you for supporting annual giving and making it possible for us to do things like create the testing lab on campus that allowed us to bring back in-class teaching this semester and to support all of the needs of our students through our financial aid program. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for coming back. I want to give some special thanks right now to your class officers and reunion co-chairs. So Jen is going to bring me this very special and mysterious gift here to hand out. So this is Mark. Good to see you again. Great, there we go. And, oh wait, you got it. But I got to say one thing about this before you. So, just in case you can't tell, you're probably wondering what's in that mysterious wrapping. It's a book. Because no matter what reunion you're coming back for, no matter how long it's been since you've been students, I'm still a member of the faculty here. What I'm going to give you is a book. But this one is particularly special because the book is a biography of Paul Laurence Dunbar, The Life and Times of a Caged Bird, written by my friend and colleague from the great class of 97, our Dean of the Faculty, Gene Jarrett. And Gene is both class of 97, S97. He's marching with the 25th reunion class. This is his brand new book. I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you for what you've done.
All right, now we have a treat for you because we have multiple gifts for you. Not since Bethlehem has somebody received so many gifts. So first, our reunion's co-chairs have their gift for you, and in just on serving a great class. Do you have it? And okay, and go right, yeah.
So as Chris said, President Eisgruber, not since Bethlehem, and it's especially because you chose to wear the proper jacket tonight. So from our 40th reunion Epic Belonging leadership team and our reunion co-chairs, Tanya Chisholm-Miles, and me, David Stephen Hope, we want to give you something to remember Epic Belonging by. If you want to open and show it, you can. Yeah, it's a puzzle.
It is a puzzle. I don't know, manual dexterity, not my forte. Here we go. Oh, they'll take the bag. There we go. Oh, that is beautiful. All right. There we go.
Everybody see that?
82. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That. So if you didn't see it, I mean, you're not going to just circulate it around. You're not going to trust us to.
No.
So that was from the leadership team of our wonderful reunions leadership team that has been working through COVID 2 years. 2 years through COVID. Now we would like to present something on behalf of the class of '82. We are the greatest class and we are the most creative class. So what we have put together are 2 books by Maria DeSanctis and our own Michael Lewis, autographed to you.
Great, thank you.
And we could not get this here in time, but John Mosler, 82, one of the best sculptors in New York City, has donated a piece that fits our epic belonging theme called Interdependence. And this is a piece that is currently in New York. We're going to have it shipped up here. We couldn't get it up here today because the insurance would have been too high. So that should tell you what's in store for you. This is a picture of the piece.
Wow, that's beautiful.
For you in Nassau Hall. So it's called Interdependence. So President Eisgruber, you know, it's a pleasure.
Chris,
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a great reunions. Take care. Thank you. So now, on behalf of the officers of the class of 1982, it is my pleasure to welcome our fellow classmates, members of the great class of 1982, back to Princeton for the first time in 3 years. Welcome back. And a special welcome back to a member of our class who left us for a while, but then wisely chose to come back. Mike Barney, who was with us and then left us, is now back, so welcome back, Mike. Can I have a show of hands from everyone who is back to Princeton for the first time since graduation? To those of you who have joined us again for this epic belonging, we say welcome back. And let me say, you all look fabulous in orange and black. The pandemic knew better than to try to derail this epic event. To our classmates who could not join us today, we welcome you to our first virtual class dinner, thanks to some generous support from the Princeton Tigers football team. Since this dinner stands between us and the dance floor and the bar, I will make my remarks very short. Our dear class president, Julia Cloud Sandor, could not be here this evening. I know her heart is here with us, but she's in Charlottesville, Virginia, with her fabulous son, John, as he graduates from UVA, with dual majors in economics and statistics. Let me say to Chris Eisgruber, thank you for changing the reunion schedule to coincide with every other commencement all around the country. To show our appreciation to Julia for her tireless, wise, and respectful leadership, navigating us through 5 unexpectedly difficult years, the great class of 1982 is sending Julia a beautiful Princeton captain's chair to enjoy for her many years to come. Let us all raise a glass and give a locomotive cheer to Julia Cloud Sandor. Tiger, 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 sis, 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 boom, 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 ba. Julia, Julia, Julia. We have had a wonderful 5 years leading this class, and I want to highlight some of our accomplishments. First, we adopted a new constitution and bylaws for the class, and we created the first class council to expand our class leadership greatly. We led the way with our innovative class Zoom events.
Our class secretary, Jordan Becker, performed epically as the organizer and host. Jordan, stand up. Jordan's service as class secretary has been exemplary. He understands what it means to give a voice to all of our classmates. Here's to you, Jordan. We successfully expanded and deepened our class Facebook page, again, courtesy to Jordan and his tireless efforts, and we think that all of you are contributing to it, and we are delighted for that. We raised revenue for the class by selling not once, but twice, an unused class asset. Our class treasurer, Jenny DuPont, is Jenny here? I would ask Jenny to stand, but I know she's running around shepherding the crew. Jenny! Our class treasurer, hello, Jenny. Sorry, Jordan. Our class treasurer, Jenny DuPont, has served the class with distinction for 15 years as treasurer. She is retiring mercifully and reluctantly.
My husband's very happy.
All of you who didn't pay your dues, Chicago style, which is to say early and often, heard from Jenny many, many times. With her leadership, the class was led graciously through 3 systems changes and 2 bank changes just over the last year. She has epically kept our class dues participation rates among the very highest of all Princeton classes. So let's raise our glasses for one last time to our wonderful class treasurer, Jenny DuPont. Thank you.
Can I just say, it's been a privilege to get to know you all, even if it's only by email, and it really has been fun. And I am so looking forward to passing this on, but also looking forward to spending more time actually seeing you and not chasing you. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Jenny. In addition to all that, we created the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Chair and appointed the fabulous Maria Sanchez Gardner as the first person to hold that position. Now that was epic. Here's to Maria. Maria, can you stand up, please? And a special thanks to the tireless efforts of our class agent, the mighty Heather Rafter. Heather, are you here? Thanks to Heather and to the generosity of the class of 1982 has surpassed the epic $25 million mark for annual giving to Princeton. Here's to you and to Heather. Heather would like to thank all those who have been working on special gifts and participation. So thank you. Okay? Let me give epic thanks as well to my fellow vice president and freshman roommate, Chris Chambers. And to our fabulous member at large, the fantastic Fran McNeil. Is Fran here? Fran, thank you so much for your incredibly wise, for your incredibly thoughtful, and your incredibly deft help over these past 5 years. I'd now like to turn to, oh, Frida's coming up to give me a kiss. I had no idea this would happen. Cameras ready, please. The class officers leave the class in great shape, especially for a group of overeducated sexagenarians. And I love that word. Let's raise our classes and give all the class officers and leaders a big cheer. Congratulations. I'm now going to introduce the leadership of the Epic Reunions team, and I'd ask you to stand and be recognized for your epic work. Tanya Miles Chisholm, I'm sorry, I promised I wouldn't do that. Tanya Chisholm Miles, and David Stephen Hope. We thank you with all sincerity for serving as co-chairs of this epic reunion. When you volunteered for the job, I'm sure you had no idea what you were in for. Neither did we. This has been an incredibly difficult time. This has been an incredibly difficult time, an unprecedented reunion to plan for, and you have done a wonderful job. I will now read off the names, and unfortunately it's a long list, and it requires glasses, of all the co-chairs of the reunion. And I'd ask that you all stand when your names are called out. So co-chairs of the affinity groups, Linda Jenkins and Jose Nicote. Co-chairs of the Alumni Faculty Forum, Vera Trojan and Dale Caldwell. Your artwork chair, Anezi Modou. Your beverages co-chairs, Dave Nixon and Bruce Rogers. Your community service projects co-chairs, Jenny Rivera and Pat Horvath. Your costume co-chairs, Karen Liu and Steve Nash. Your entertainment co-chairs, Vieta Johnson and Bob Blakely. The woman who made this all work because she has the checkbook, your finance chair, Sandy Watson. Your food co-chairs, Ann Ebal and Vince Naiman. Your headquarters co-chairs who put the tent over our head, Kurt Schulte and Eliza Puzzoli. Your housing co-chairs, Gail Sanders and Phil Jacobs. Co-chairs of the very moving memorial service, Tom Hughes and Lael Melville. My P-Rate co-chair, Tina White. Our program chair, David Hubner. Our survey and yearbook chair, Duncan Yin. Our publicity and promotions co-chairs, Ann Lepasant and Kevin Doherty. Thank you. Our regional events co-chairs, Fran McNeil and Michael Malamut. Our registration co-chairs, Lily Partridge and Andy Russell. Our satellite liaisons, Maria Gardner and Clint Winters. Our specials co-chairs, Liz Lippincott and Ben Starrett. Our student crew co-chairs, Jenny DuPont and Maury Pepperell. Our technology co-chairs, Allison Holshoe and Jordan Becker. And our transportation chairs, Silda Palerm and Chris Chambers. Okay. We will be back after dinner for one or two additional pieces of business, but enjoy dinner.
Could I have everybody's attention, please? Could I have everybody's attention, please? How are we feeling tonight? Is our bellies full? Is our bellies happy? Did you get your meat and your tofu? Is everybody happy? Or we're going to start in a minute. I'm going to need Julio Gomez and all of the newly elected officers on deck. Julio and all the newly elected officers on deck, all right? So right now, I just want to say, can everybody hold it down, please? Everybody, could you hold it down, please? 82. Swallow that food and hold it down for a minute. I would like, please, 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 give a big round of applause to the student crew. It has been 2 years since we've had reunions. It has been hard to get experienced kids. We lucked out. We got the greatest group of kids on this campus tonight. And I am not exaggerating this. They are a great crew. Hannah, with her orange Princeton hair, is our crew chief. Give them a thanks whenever you see them. And Austin, my man. Where's Austin? Okay, and Jemima, you guys are the best. Please, please, when you guys go by the bar or by the registration table or just see them, just give them a hug. You know, I mean, they're probably vaccinated, so don't worry. There's Hannah right there. Hannah, please come up, come here. Austin, Hannah, and Jemima are like the greatest crew. Please give them a hand. Please get on your feet, as a matter of fact. Get on your old feet and pay these young people. Thank you. All right. Okay.
Hello. Hey everybody, so while I have you here, I will be making an appearance later. I have something. So if you were in Bloomberg room 247, that is Bloomberg 247, please come see me. Thank you.
I also have a housekeeping announcement. If anybody found a wallet over in the second tent, does anybody find a men's wallet in the second tent? I'm saying men's because it's, you know, it's not like Jules's in Pulp Fiction that says bad MF on it, but it is a men's wallet. If anybody find one, could you turn it in to the student crew at the registration table? No. My wife said, is it yours? No. You know you carry it, dear. You know you carry my wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're deviating from the program a little bit because usually we have the incumbent president talking, and of course Julia is in Charlottesville. Mark told me to tell you he's just kind of relaxing a little bit. So unfortunately, you got to hear me and like wearing two different hats tonight. Can we have everybody seated, please, and quiet? Can we have everybody seated and quiet? Thanks. I want to first bring to the mic either Heather Rafter or Len Blum, and then I want to bring to the mic your dear Larry Arata. So can we get Heather? And again, we're deviating from the program. Uh-oh. We're deviating from the program a little bit. So you want to come up? Is Len here? Okay, here, let me. I don't even know the amount. Right. Let me just do that. Okay, here you go.
Is Leonard Blum here? Okay, give us a minute.
Heather, you're going to do, okay. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Is this good?
Yes.
All right, everyone. I am not an island unto myself with annual giving by any means. It takes of 82 village, and all of you are the reason we have had such success. I want to I'm about to announce some good news, but I want to thank our Special Gifts Committee. Leonard, you can help me. Sarah Judge, if you guys would stand up. Aaron Enright. Sharon Fairley, who is also on our National AG Committee. Bill Addy, for those of you who don't know, there will be an Addy Hall, so let's do a major shout out for Bill Addy. Always there to help, Ned Janata and Tom Murphy. And always Leonard Blum. So Leonard's going to share some wonderful news we're super proud of. But before we go there, Marion and Ann, do you want to come up? Anyone from Special Gifts or Participation, please come up. We do not do this alone. Where are they? And Jordan Becker is always there helping, although he says he's not. All right, guys, everyone listen up. We've got some exciting news delivered by Leonard. Okay.
Thanks. All right, so in fine 1982 tradition, so this is not the first time, but it is equally a tribute to our class. We have broken the record for giving for a major reunion, setting a new all-time high for 40th reunion. And specifically, we have surpassed at this point.
Wait a sec, everyone. Quiet, this is big news.
Sorry. Well, they're already celebrating. We have surpassed $5.4 million. So, hey Dave. So Princeton thanks us. We can be very proud of that accomplishment. And yet, we have not yet hit our goal. So,
Stay
we'll
tuned.
still be,
After reunions, Leonard, not now.
okay, after the reunions, expect a phone call.
All right, congratulations. I really want to thank Sarah Judge, who is working full-time at Tufts with annual giving there. She's head of it, and she's really lent her time to lead the Special Gifts Participation team. Sarah, you cannot hide. All right. Thank you all for your generosity, for making 82 shine. You're just phenomenal. Ready? Woo!
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start a very special part of the program. And again, I'm sorry for the deviation. Usually you're not supposed to hear from me till the very end, but we have extenuating circumstances. Everybody, could I have your attention, please? First, I want to, before we go on with the program, I want to thank Andrew Rose, Bouchain Vineyards for all the fine vino on your table. Let's give it up for Andrew Rose and Bouchain Vineyards. Drink up, drink up. Now, oh, wait a minute, what?
I forgot to mention Anne LaPerson.
And for annual giving, Anne LaPerson. Everybody, let's cheer Anne. Because that's what we do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a very special point of the evening, and again, you're not really supposed to hear from me till the end, but I would like, and this is not, my wife says you are a notorious spoiler reviewer when it comes to movies, but I would like, because I know him as I do, is Bob Vivens on deck? Is Bob Vivens on deck? Because he may or may not be floating above the tent or sitting down right in front of me. There he is. All right, man. Stay there. I would like to bring to the podium now Mark Rifkin's teammate in that wonderful, amazing victory over Yale, Mr. Larry Arata, to give you, to present tonight the Fred Woodbridge Community Service Award. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, I can take no credit for the victory over Yale. I was injured, missed that game, but that was the most exciting game I ever saw from the sideline, or any game. So, go Tigers. The Fred Woodbridge Class of 1982 Memorial Award goes to the classmate whose achievements exemplify the phrase Princeton in the nation's service. This award honors the classmate who has made a lasting impression and significant contribution to their community, the nation, or the world in any area of endeavor. Julia asked me to chair the nominating committee, and I am grateful for the support of fellow committee members Patrick Horvath and Bern Stanfield for the time they dedicated to our meetings. We received 17 amazing nominations who were all worthy of this award. I begged Julia and Julio to allow me to keep them all on the ballot, but they told me we had to narrow the list to 4. We could not do it. We struggled to shrink the list to 6. Incredible nominees, and it is my pleasure to announce the 2022 winner of the Fred Woodbridge Award, Bob Vivens.
This one's about to die.
All right. So I get to say a little bit more. While a Princeton student, Bob volunteered with Princeton Public Schools, then investigated Princeton's teacher prep program. Then there he served as a football coach and substitute teacher before starting his 32-year teaching career. In the Princeton Regional School System, Bob taught social studies to grades 6 through 12 for decades, established the Black History Club, served as the president of the Princeton Regional Education Association, coached 9 sports, and instilled the mantra, dream big dreams. As if that were not heroic enough, in 2006, Bob donated a kidney to his then 11-year-old great-nephew. Bob has saved one life and empower generations of young people to live those big dreams. My memory of Bob is that every time I saw him on campus, he was a ray of sunshine. He always provided a shot of joy and a kernel of wisdom, and he has not changed a bit. He is the singular most positive person I've ever met. Please join me in a great big tiger ovation for the 2022 Woodbridge Award winner, Bob Vivens.
It's story time. Sit down, be quiet. 6th and 7th grade. So you guys got nothing on them. I'm up here and some of you are like, he looks very familiar. And then there's a few of you are going, who is that guy? Did he really go to school with us? Well, let me give you a little background, because let me lay the foundation. It started with a man by the name of William Vivens and his wife, Edna Mae Vivens. I'm the youngest of 8. Edna Mae decided that there was a row of homes for single mothers. My mother invited these women into her home. She taught them how to cook. She taught them how to sew. She taught them how to nurse their babies. When my mother died in 2001, the mayor of the city of Columbus issued a proclamation to declare it Edna Vivens Day. My father was a janitor at a car dealership. But he had a scavenger hunt, and he called it junking. He would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning twice a week, and he'd drive out to the suburbs, and he would pick up shoes, toys, clothing, and I had no clue. I just said, damn, Dad's a hoarder. Well, when I was 11, the day before Christmas Eve, a woman knocked on the door, and she said, can I speak to Mr. Bill? And the whole neighborhood called him Paul Paul. She said, can I speak to Paul Paul? And I said, Dad, there's a lady here to see you. And she said, Mr. Bill, I ain't got nothing for my kids for Christmas. And my dad, just like that, said, boy, come with me. We went up in the up into the attic. And in this attic, there were 2-ply garbage bags filled with toys. In this one, there was 2-ply garbage bags filled with clothing. And in this corner, there were 2-ply garbage bags filled with coats. He said, boy, take one from there, one from there, and one from there. Because Bill Vivens made sure that every family on Oakwood Avenue had a Christmas. So I tell you that, so those of you going, did we really go to school with him? Do we really know him? Yes, you did. They laid the foundation. But you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm reversing it on you. I'm up here to recognize you. You're not honoring me, I'm honoring you. Because let me tell you something. In 1978, I got off the plane, they lost my luggage. When I arrived here, Steve Nash can tell you, he arrived here, I had nothing but the clothes I was wearing. I had no money. Leo and Lillian took me into their rooms. They had a mattress brought in and put on the floor so I could sleep on their floor. Then they went and told the deans, and the deans went and got a U-Store card, unlimited. So the first 7 weeks I was here, I wore nothing but shorts and Princeton t-shirts. I truly was a clean slate. I got into Princeton because somebody said, well, you should apply to an Ivy League school. And I thought Ivy League meant it was in Boston. Yeah. I thought it meant Boston, so I said, I applied. Then when I got in, the headmaster said, now, you know, boy, you got to go to New Jersey. I said, New Jersey? Why I got to go there? He said, well, you got into Princeton. So I showed up here, and halfway through sophomore year, I questioned if I belonged here. And you proved to me that I belonged. At one point, I had doubt. I started to doubt who I was, what I was, and why I was here. If it weren't for Laura Curtis, I would have left one night halfway through sophomore years. And I hope she's here because it's the first time in our lives I've had a chance to tell her she's my guardian angel. Because she stayed up all night to talk me into not leaving. So when I look out here and I look at you, when I look at you, I stand here to recognize what you did. You helped me to become the man that I am. You honor me, but it really, truly is a reflection on you. When I look out in this tent, be quiet back there, I'm talking. You got to sit down and shut up. When I look through this tent, I see beautiful individual threads. But yet, what I also see when I weave you together, you form a tapestry. Under this tent, 1982, we form a tapestry of change. We form a tapestry of progress. And most importantly, we form a tapestry of promise, a promise for tomorrow. So let me keep this short and sweet, because as a teacher, I had to speak for 42 minutes, and I know y'all want to get the music going. In closing, when you cry, and some of you heard me say this, when you cry and you shed a tear from your left eye, that's a tear that comes from compassion. That's a tear that comes from love. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say to you, I love you. I miss you. And Lord willing, someday we'll meet again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What's that? Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a locomotive? Whoop, 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 whoop. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Round, round. This, boom, 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 bah. 82. Vivens or Vivens. I'm sorry, I'm crying right now. I wanted to say the Fred Woodbridge Cup is being engraved right now with Bob and Larry's name. And Larry, we have your individual cup right up here. Right now. Excuse me. Let me get the tears out of my eyes here. Right now I want to bring Julio Gomez, our class historian, to the podium to close us out tonight. Please give him a warm welcome. He's our dictator for life. He is Cuban after all. So.
60 years and counting, right? Cuban dictators. Well, let me just say, first of all, that Bob, that was a tremendous, tremendous, tremendous speech, inspiring to all of us. What do you mean louder? Come on, Catherine. Is this louder than this? Do you want to go like that? I'm going like this. Oh, Barry White style. Here we go. Well, I would just want to say that it is my distinct honor to present to you guys, and we're in the home stretch here, you guys, so don't worry about it. You talk amongst yourselves, to present to you our honorary classmates. Now, every 5 years, we anoint certain people that we deem worthy of being a member of the great class of 1982 at Princeton University, and we have three fantastic people that we're welcoming into the fold. First, Ron Priestley. Ron earned a BS in chemical engineering from Texas Tech University and a PhD from Northwestern University. He joined the Princeton faculty as an assistant professor and, after completing a postdoctoral fellowship at, okay, I don't speak French, but here we go. I'm going to do it American style. École supérieure de physique de chimie industriales in Paris. Now, I could have done that better, but I know Mark Lepizant is here for his second spousal reunion, and I thought he would appreciate, a American stereotypical rendition of that. Priestley became an associate professor in 2015 and a full professor in 2019. Since joining Princeton's faculty in 2009, Priestley has performed groundbreaking fundamental research in material science, facilitated the development and transition of intellectual property derived from that research into products and enterprises, and expanded Princeton's ties with industry, entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, alumni, and other partners. All the while, he has maintained a deep commitment to recruiting and developing Princeton graduate talent from all backgrounds. On June 1st, Dean Priestley will become the Dean of Princeton's Graduate School. Dean Priestley participated in our 82 Together online program on STEM issues in November in 2021. Please join me in welcoming Rodney Priestley into our class. All right. All right. William Massey is the Edwin S. Wilsey Professor in the Department of Operations Research and Financial Engineering, a major that I would have appreciated, actually, and is a leading innovator in queuing theory, a field of mathematics that is critical to the modeling and design of modern communication systems. In 2001, Professor Massey, and this is unbelievable to me, in 2001, Professor Massey became the first African-American Princeton undergraduate alumnus to return as a faculty member. 2001. His recent honors include the 2006 Blackwell Tapia Prize from the Institute of Mathematics and its application, and induction as a Fellow of the Institute for Operations Research and the Management of Science. Professor Massey participated in our 82 Together online, this is popular apparently, program on structural racism, September 13th, 2020. Please join me in welcoming William Massey to our class. Nice. Now, this person is actually an icon among people who are involved in alumni affairs. Mibs Sutherland Mara. Mibs Sutherland Mara, iconic. Might have more honorary class degrees than, she might have the record for that. I mean, and, you know, here we go again, Mibs. Mibs is a longtime friend of many classmates and her husband, Chris Price, 83, who played football with many of us as well. Mibs grew up nearby and thankfully has not strayed too far from Princeton. After graduating from Stewart Country Day School in town, Mibs earned her bachelor degree from Connecticut College in 1987. Her first job was as director of parent programs at the Lawrenceville School for 4 years, and then as director of international students at Mercersburg Academy for 3 years. Now, director of alumni communities, university advancement, and reunions, Mibs is the world's foremost authority on the university's signature event. That's reunions. Interesting. Coordinating university staff and alumni volunteers, Mibs works diligently with major reunion classes 2 years before their celebrations. She has the enduring gratitude of thousands of Princeton alums whose lives she has made immensely better by her dedicated service to the alumni community. Ours amongst them. Please join me in welcoming Mibs Sutherland Mara into the great class of 1982. Let's hear for all the new classmates. Plenty of room under the tent, people. Plenty of room under the tent. All right. And now, what do you need, David? No? You just need to stretch a little bit? Okay. We had an election for class officers. Many of you voted. Can't remember how many. Something like, not a bad turnout as it goes, something like 30–40% of the class voted. And again, it is my honor and privilege to present to you your new class officers. And if you are here and you hear your name, please stand and remain standing until all the officers have been identified so that all the rest of us know how to get at you afterwards. Okay. First of all, Representative at Large, Heather Rafter. Heather, you must be here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. You should stand on a chair. Okay. Also, there you go. Also Representative at Large, Lily Partridge. Can't see her. Treasurer, taking over after, a Castro-like run from Jenny DuPont, Maria Sanchez Gardner. Maria. There you go. She's got the money. And our glutton for punishment, repeating as secretary, Jordan Becker. Okay. Heather, you should be standing. Maria, you gotta remain standing. See, only Jordan knows. See, Jordan knows. Thanks for the cue, Jordan. Tallest, new repeating officer, and also repeating as tallest officer, Mark Rifkin. If he's here and not dehydrated somewhere else. Okay. Vice President Franny McNeil. I say Franny, it's Franny. And finally, in a squeaker, over write-in candidates SpongeBob and write-in candidate anyone else at all, your president, Christopher Chambers. Ladies and gentlemen, president of the class of 1982, Christopher Chambers.
Bear with me. I want everybody to fill their hand with some of Andrew's nice wine, please. We ready? For the next 5 years, we as your class officers are pledged to do one thing, and that is to get us to the 45th and the 50th. Look to your right, look to your left, look around you, raise your glass to the class of '82, because we will be here in 5 years, and 5 years after that. To you, '82, let's party now. Thank you. That's all.
Hello to '82. We have one more thing to do. We would like the entire leadership team to come forward. All of the committee co-chairs, please come forward right here, right now. We'd like to recognize you at this time. Everybody come right here, right now. And all of our classmates, as your incredible leadership team comes forward, we'd like you to lower your voice for a little bit, just a little bit, please. This team is a dynamic team. Since October 2020, for 19 months, every single first Thursday of the month, this team got together on Zoom for 82 minutes. This team right here, they were intentional about planning for this moment right here. This team right here, they did presentations via PowerPoint, via any kind of messaging about their particular committee. with all of the details that needed to be done to bring us to this point. This team took their personal time to plan in such an uncertain state. The uncertainty, hold on team, the uncertainty was we did not know whether we would have reunions in person. But you can't wait for a go, no go. You have to continue to plan as if you are going to go. This team right here wanted to open registration in August so that it could have early registration over, say, 4 months. It was January when this team right here opened registration for you all. This team right here did registrations at a level for you inside of 3 weeks, which would normally take a number of months to do. So let's give it up for Epic Belonging 40th Reunion Leadership Team. So at this point, folks, we're gonna let. You're right. At this point, folks, we're gonna let you know who's who. Mark read some of the names. We're gonna share with you the actual co-chairs of the different 20-plus committees and over 40 co-chairs. The model was for each committee a male and a female because we knew that perspectives were a little bit different. So that said, we're going to start with the affinity groups co-chairs. Let's give it up for Linda Jenkins and Burton Keith. For the Alumni Faculty Forum co-chairs, let's give it up for Vera Trojan and Dale Caldwell. When you look at your logo, when you look at the identity, when you look at the artwork, the design, the decorations, let's give it up for the chair, Anezi Modu. When you think about beverages, for this role, beverages, the reunion treasurer, the Epic Belonging Aid Committee person, let's give it up for Sandra Watson. And for her beverage co-chair, David Nixon. When we think about community service projects, Jenny Rivera, Judge Jenny Rivera, could not be here tonight. She sends her love. But let's give it up for her co-chair, who is also Epic Belonging Aid Committee, Pat Horvath. When you think about your costumes. Now I'm gonna tell you this, everybody knows that during this pandemic, you know about the supply chain issues. These two co-chairs had to make some serious decisions. When to order, how to order, what sizes to order, the quantities so that it could arrive in time for you to have your costume. Let's give it up for Costumes co-chair Karen Liu and Steve Nash. When you think about the entertainment that we heard last night, what you are going to hear tonight, and what you will hear tomorrow night, Let's give it up for our co-chairs, Vieta Johnson and Bob Blakely. When you think about the food, now the food was really good. It was good. So when you think about the food co-chairs, let's give it up for Ann Eval and Vince Naaman. When you think about headquarters, this is headquarters. The tent, the 600 capacity tent, the 200 capacity tent, the tables, the chairs, the sounds, everything that goes into making this headquarters what it is. Let's give it up for Becky Updegraff and Kurt Shelton. When you think about the housing and okay, folks, the housing was a serious challenge. The hotels not having had reunions for the last few years, rates went up. When you think about on campus, what we normally would have, a lot of things happened. It took nerves of steel to work and negotiate hotel rates, blocks of rooms, on campus, Rider College, the seminary for housing. It was so nice we had to name it thrice. So Housing Chairs 3, Elisa Muzzoli, Gail Lawrence Sanders, and Phil Jacobs. But we have more. But I'm going to switch with my partner, David.
Folks, we're almost done, but we still have half to go. So now, earlier this afternoon, we had a memorial service to recognize our classmates that have passed since the 35th and anyone that could speak to the other classmates that have passed. And in the words of Leo Melville, co-chair of Memorial, when she was speaking about our classmate Lillian Johnson, she said, you know, at the time it's raining, it's thundering, and it's so apt. And so at this point, we want to recognize our memorial service co-chairs, Leo Melville and Tom Hughes. So what would be Princeton reunions without the P-Raid? Our P-Raid co-chairs, Tina White and Mark Rifkin. Accepting the award on behalf of Mark Rifkin. So, you know that, and we already recognized our Alumni Faculty Forum co-chairs, because Princeton does a lot of programming, of which there were, if I remember correctly, 782ers that were either panelists or moderators for those programs. But in addition to that, we've had, and it started today, a plethora of our own 82 programming. Our program chair, David Hebner. David, where are you? So, you also realize that there was a lot of messaging that went on over the course of getting to this reunion. That came through a lot of it, publicity and promotion. Our co-chairs, Anne Lepessant, and my teammate from 150s, Kevin Doherty. So another thing that we did for the first time, we said we're not just going to focus on East Coast time because we have classmates that are making it happen throughout the world. So we had regional Zoom events where we focused on a region of the world and did something at 8:02 in their time zone. Our regional events co-chairs, Fran McNeil and Michael Malamud. So for all of you that don't know by now, Reunions is self-funding. For us to pull off Epic Belonging, we had to put together a budget and pay for all of this. And how does that get funded? But through registration, right? You have seen two people running around since you got here. Our registration co-chairs, Lily Partridge and Andy Russell. Andy and I share the same birthday, June 28th. So it's coming up soon, so any birthday presents, send them to me, not him. Also, in this digital age, we've gone to a digital yearbook. So our yearbook and also survey co-chairs, Heather Rafter and Duncan Yin. Satellite to deal with 80 and 81 who missed their 40th, 83 and 84 who have their 40th coming up, Maria Sanchez Gardner and Clint Winters. Specials puts together a calendar for all of those Princeton teams and Princeton groups and everyone else that's affiliated with something Princeton. Wiz Lippincott and Ben Starrett. Nope. 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 Almost there, y'all. Almost there, so please keep it down. We already shouted out to Student Crew, right? Because they're the ones that are serving you your drinks, making sure you stay hydrated and getting you ice, checking you in, checking you out, all of that stuff, making sure you get back to your rooms or the shuttle or wherever you want to go. Jenny DuPont and Mary Perpay.
Thank you. Great job, you guys. Brilliant.
So what would the first reunion back on campus be after a virtual world for 2 years without technology? Our technology co-chairs, Allison Holtschuh and Jordan Becker. Congratulations, y'all. Thank you. And yeah, we're gonna cut this short. Last but not least, I'm just gonna recognize my co-chair. So, theme. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, before that, transportation. My bad. I can't forget transportation. Get you to and from and back. Silda Parlam and Chris Chambers. All right, last but not least, I'm just gonna focus on her because without her, there would be no me. Theme, sustainability, finance, Tanya Chisholm Miles. and some dude named David Stephen Hope.
No, he's not going to go out like that. So I want to give credit where credit is due. I want to thank David Stephen Hope for the countless hours, the counsel, the planning, just all the strategy and the fun times. We thank you all. We need a picture together, so let's all get in the picture. We want to thank our class of 1982 for encouraging this team to do what they did to bring us all here today.
I'll make that announcement in a minute after we get done.
Okay, picture time.
So we need to, y'all
Picture
crowd
time.
in here.
David.
Get in the front. Jordan, picture.